groups assume attack coordinates. It's a trap!
Greetings and salutations everyone, this is No Code Gaming, and I'd like to welcome you back to another Master Duel video. And here we are with another degenerate deck this December with Labrynth. But what is Labrynth? Well, it is a normal trap based deck that's centered around disrupting your opponent's plays using normal traps. Heads up, this is not a combo deck, but with the amount of chains you'll do, it will feel like a combo deck. But let's get on to said deck proper. We have Absolute King Back Jack. So this has two main effects. Firstly, during your opponent's turn, you can banish this card from your GY. Look at the top card of your deck. If it is a normal trap, you can set it on the field. Otherwise, send that card to the GY. And if this card is sent to the GY, either from field or from hand, you can look at the top three cards of your deck, rearrange them in whatever order you want. Remember, one will be the first card on top of the deck, so take note of that. Next, we have Maxx and Ash Blossom. These cards will always be paired together in these explanations as they are standard fare for whatever deck they are included in. Maxx, of course, is drawing cards, and Ash Blossom, of course, is preventing your opponent to search up cards. Next, we have Labrynth Stovie Torbie and Labrynth Chandraglier. Why do I pair these cards together? Well, they have the same effect. You can send either card from hand or field to the GY, along with one other card from your hand, to directly set a Labrynth spell or trap card from your deck. And since this is a trap-based deck, very important effect. Additionally, what separates them? Well, if a monster leaves because of a normal trap you activate, Chandraglier goes from GY back to your hand, and Stovie Torbie goes from GY back to the field. So they are recurable if you remove a opponent's monster. Next, we have Ariane the Labyrinth Servant. This card allows you to either send a normal trap from hand or one that's out on the field to the GY in order to special summon a level 4 or lower fiend monster from your deck in defense position. So we can search out Ariane the Labyrinth Servant. If this card is normal special summon, you can add a Labyrinth card from your deck to your hand. And they also have one shared effect. If another monster leaves the field by your normal trap effect, as you can see, there is a motif of normal trap effects in Labrynth. You can draw one card and then apply this effect. From your hand, either special summon a fiend monster or set one spell or trap, and that is shared by both of them. And the last Labrynth monster that's worth having in this deck right now, lovely Labrynth of the Silver Castle. This has three main abilities. First off, your opponent cannot activate monster effects in response to your normal trap cards. Second, once per turn on your turn, you can target one normal trap from your GY and set it on the field. However, that trap cannot be activated if you do not control a fiend monster, so it's technically locked. And lastly, if a monster leaves because of a normal trap, you can destroy one card in your opponent's hand at random, or one card on their field. This is non-targeting removal, so decent removal. Next, we have Pot of Extravagance, allowing you to draw 2 by banishing 6 random cards from your extra deck. We don't really use our extra deck that much outside of fodder for Pot of Extravagance and Dogmatika Punishment. Next, we have Labrynth Labyrinth. Labrynth Labyrinth. Yes, it has two main effects. Firstly, if you activate a Welcome Labrynth, Welcome Labyrinth now has the additional effect of destroy one card on the field, so Welcome Labyrinth becomes removal. Additionally, if you activate a non-Labyrinth normal trap card, so ba, or ba, you can special summon a fiend monster from your GY or from your hand, so good recycling effect. Let's get on to the normal traps, which is the main bulk of the effects in this deck. First, we have Torrential Tribute. It is a field clear when a monster is summoned, always good. Next, we have Compulsory Evacuation Device. Bouncing a card from field to hand is a really good effect right now, as with the amount of floating effects in the meta, this card actually gets around a ton of things, like say Mirror Jade's Destruction effect. And yeah, compulsory evacuation device, good stuff. You can also use compulsory evacuation device to bounce back a Lubellion, so then your opponent can't use Lubellion as material to get Mirror Jade. But I always let my opponent get to Mirror Jade. I like to make them feel somewhat like they're playing. Next, we have Trap Trick. Trap Trick allows you to basically banish one normal trap from your deck, and then set a normal trap with the same name as the card you banish. Then you can activate that card that turn. However, after resolving Trap Trick, you can only activate one other trap that turn. So be careful when you activate Trap Trick, okay? And next, Dogmatika Punishment. We will talk about Dogmatika Punishment in conjunction with the extra deck. So what Dogmatika Punishment allows you to do is target one face-up monster your opponent controls, send one monster with an equal or higher attack from your extra deck to the GY, and if you do, destroy that monster. Additionally, you are locked out of special summoning from the extra deck until the end of your next turn, so be careful when you activate Dogmatika Punishment. Now, what are we going to be sending with Dogmatika Punishment? Well, we have Elder Entity Nittis. This is basically a card that allows you to destroy another card if it is sent to the GUI, so Dogmatika Punishment becomes a 2-for-1. Fossil Machine Skull Wagon. It has lower attack, however, it has the ability to be banished from your GUI in order to destroy a spell or trap on the field, so good back row removal. And we have Five-Headed Dragon. If you do not have a five-headed dragon, feel free just to replace this with an Ultimate Blue Eyes. An Ultimate Blue Eyes will do just the same thing. I just like to include Five-Headed Dragon in my extra deck. And the last Dogmatika Punishment target is Wind Pegasus at Ignister. The reason why we run this is, well, if a card on your field is destroyed by your opponent's card effect or by battle, you can activate at Ignister's effect to target one card your opponent controls and then shuffle it back to the deck. So it's good non-destruction removal, so always good to run those. And the rest of the cards are decent fiend monsters. We have Babushka, Nightmare Cerberus, Nightmare Phoenix for back row removal, Nightmare Unicorn for shuffling back into the deck, Unchained A-Bomb is good for just straight up destroying the field, and Underworld Goddess is a pseudo kaiju. You may notice I did not talk about Relinquish Anima or Salaman Great Almirage. They're here as filler. You can summon Anima using Absolute King Backjack, and you can summon Salamangreat with a majority of your cards. They're just included as fodder for Pot of Extravagance. But that's the extra deck in Dogmatika Punishment. And the last two normal traps, we have Ice Dragon's Prison, allowing you to special summon a card from your opponent's GY, and then banish one card on your field and one card on your opponent's field that share the same type. So non-targeting banish removal, always good to run. And now the most important normal trap in this deck, Welcome Labyrinth. As previously stated, it works in conjunction with Labrynth Labyrinth, allowing you to target one card in the field and destroy it on activation. But its main effect, without Labrynth Labyrinth, allows you to special summon one Labyrinth monster from your deck. Also, until the end of the next turn, you cannot special summon monsters from the deck or extra deck except Fiend monsters. So, and lastly, if a monster leaves the field by your normal trap effect, while this card is in the GY, except the turn it was sent there, so you can't recycle it the turn that you activate it, you can set Welcome Labyrinth back from GY onto the field. So it is a recurable normal trap that is a special summon, and if Labrynth is on the field, it is a free pop 1. As you can see, a lot of these cards interact with normal traps. This is not a combo deck, but with the amount of chains you'll see in some of the replays, you'll think it's a combo deck. And with that, let's get on with the replays. And here we are with the first replay against Blue Eyes. So we have a decent opening hand. From here, I believe I go Stovie Torbie, discarding my Maxx. get that Welcome Labyrinth, activate Labrynth Labyrinth, and set a Dogmatika Punishment. Let's see here. They Whitestone of the Ancients go into, I believe, Link Karibo. Bingo Machine go. 2 and 3 blue eyes. I wonder what they got. It's a 2 pass. Whitestone of the Ancients immediately gets a blue eyes Jet Dragon. From there, I activate Welcome Labyrinth. They Ash Blossom it though, so can't really do anything with that. However, a Dogmatika Punishment. Targeting the blue eyes Jet Dragon. Send my Unchained A-Bomb. And then, because I activated a non-Labyrinth trap card, Labrynth Labyrinth activates, and because a monster was removed because of a normal trap card, Stovie Torbie activates. You can see there's a lot of reactionary effects in Labyrinth. And I get a lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. This was a misplay on my part. I should have just set the Dogmatika Punishment. But Welcome Labyrinth. Stand by. Then just attack. Oh no, I activate Lovely Labyrinth to reset a Dogmatika Punishment. Link Karibo, sacrifice itself, and I end the turn there. So, for Future Ref, I now have 2 card removal. Whitestone of the Ancients, and I believe they get a Blue Eyes Jet. Okay, I now Dogmatika Punishment. Send a Elder Entity. Lovely Labyrinth activates. Elder Entity activates. Labrynth Labyrinth activates. Hold on. Stovie Torbie activates. And Elder Entity activates. Oh, 5 chain. So destroy the set. Stovie Torbie comes back in defense. They can special summon. However, I didn't have a card to special summon. I was just clicking away. And then Welcome Labyrinth, of course, gets set. And I destroy their Blue Eyes White Jet. Dictator of D. And then basically they just attack in. I Welcome Labyrinth to destroy their Blue Eyes White Jet. Or Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. And then I summon a Arianna to get Chandraglier. Blue Eyes White Jet comes back. And destroys my lovely Labyrinth. End phase. So, they get Dragon Spirit of White to get rid of my Labrynth Labyrinth. However, Stovie Torbie in response to get another Labrynth Labyrinth. Labrynth, Labyrinth, Labyrinth, Labyrinth. Okay. So, from here, Welcome Labyrinth. I can attack this turn thanks to Threatening Roar. Welcome Labyrinth. I can only destroy the Blue Eyes White Jet because of the Labyrinth's effect. Oh, because of Blue Eyes, this effect. And then because I have 2 Welcome Labyrinths in the graveyard, I can constantly just like rotate them out. So Torbie activates again. Like I said, there's a lot of chains in this deck, so have fun with that when you're trying to just like monkey click away. Trap trick. Battle phase, can't really do anything. That's a turn. So, Welcome Labyrinth during draw step. And now it gets a bit, it gets interesting. So, Welcome Labyrinth, up their or get a silver castle. Lovely Labyrinth destroys Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes White Jet comes back. Oh god. I remember how annoying this is. And then Lovely Labyrinth destroys. Welcome Labyrinth comes back. Oh my god. Ariane activates. Oh, Trap Trick activates. Oh my goodness. Okay. So there's a bit of a misplay here on my part. I should not have special summoned a Lovely Labyrinth. As you'll see, I'll now summon another Lovely Labyrinth. I should not have done this. This was me being greedy. What I should have done is, instead of activating this, I should have just activated Ice Dragon's Prison to get rid of their Blue Eyes White Jet and just attack for game next turn. So instead, I just get rid of Torbie, Ice Dragon's Prison. Now I get rid of the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. And with that, I believe that is a concede. Yep. Persistence. Labyrinth, 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 Labyrinth. And here we are with the second replay against Sky Strikers. Yeah. It's gonna Paw of Extravagance. They'll Ash Blossom, so can't really draw two, and pass, I believe, set 4 pass turn. I'm now wondering, how good would this deck have been the anti-spell fest? Never mind, we need the field spell. This deck would probably be at like 80% power without the field spell. But you need the field spell for this deck to be somewhat decent. So, Sky Striker, welcome Labyrinth in response. And I get a Lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. And yeah. So they'll Sky Striker, I'll activate Compulsory, and because of Lovely Labyrinth's effect, they cannot tribute Ray. So back to the hand. Lovely Labyrinth activates, and then I can destroy 1 card in their hand phase. That's the turn. Activate Lovely Labyrinth, get a Welcome Labyrinth, attack. The reason why I didn't get Compulsory is that I already have 1 Compulsory, so no need to recycle that. Welcome Labyrinth, get a Stovie Torbie, activate Stovie Torbie, get a Labrynth Labyrinth. Spellbook. Ray, Compulsory Evacuation device again. So, Lovely Labyrinth activates, destroying 1 card in their hand, and Stovie Torbie comes back. Yep. Activate Labrynth Labyrinth. I'll set a Compulsory Evacuation device again. Stovie Torbie. Discarding Absolute Backjack, and then Welcome Labyrinth. I'll just arrange the top 3 cards. Back in for 2,900. This deck is disgusting if you can get this recycle lock down. And yeah. That's it against Sky Strikers. And here we are with the third and final replay against branded Invoked Dogmatika? Yes, branded Invoked Dogmatika. So Chandler goes, gets the Labrynth Labyrinth. Backjack activates, and then arrange top 2. Set 2. Next turn. because I arranged it so that Welcome Labyrinth will be on top. Activate Backjack to set a Welcome Labyrinth. Activate Welcome Labyrinth. Get Lovely Labyrinth. And pass the turn. Actually, no. It's my opponent's turn. Alistair. Normal summon Alistair, y'all. Invocation. Branded Fusion. Dogmatika and Fallen Albaz go into Albion. Albion activates. Fuse into a Lubellion. Lubellion activates. Gets a Mirror Jade. Invocation. In response to Invocation, Compulsory by Mirror Jade. And then they'll get a Invoked Ogoidis. Ogoidis gone. However, Dogmatika Punishment. Alter Entity Netus. Because I activated Labrynth Labyrinth activates because of Dogmatika Punishment. Alter Entity Netus destroys the Invocation. God, there's so many plays. Here is a bit of a I want to say misplay by my opponent. They should have called by the grave my Lovely Labyrinth. Yeah, if you can get rid of Lovely Labyrinth, this deck is not very good, as it is your main beat stick monster. And Lovely Labyrinth comes back. Alistair comes back. Now it's my turn again. And, of course, activate that, get the compulsory evacuation device again, get Arianna, get a Stovie Torbie, activate Stovie Torbie. This was a misplay on my part. I should have simply just, like, leave it there and attack. But I activate Stovie Torbie to get a Welcome Labyrinth. What I should have done was just keep Torbie in hand along with the Ash Blossom. But let's get to it. So, pass turn. Aluber. Branded Fusion. Activate Branded Fusion. Get a Titaniclad, which was the weird one. Here's the thing. Titaniclad is immune to monster effects from the extra deck. Compulsory evacuation device is not a monster effect. So Welcome Labyrinth. Get another Lovely Labyrinth. Destroy Titaniclad. Lovely Labyrinth activates. Arianna activates. Welcome Labyrinth. Number 2 in the GY activates. Stovie Torbie activates. God, okay. Stovie Torbie comes back. Welcome Labyrinth. Oh look, another one. Arianna. Their Trap Trick. Set Trap Trick. Destroy random card in hand. It's an Alistair. Titaniclad activate. Gets a Dogmatika. Sclasia. They get a Ecclesia. Activate Compulsory. Send Aluber back to hand. Labyrinth activates. Get Arianna back. Oh goodness. Welcome Labyrinth. Destroying the Ecclesia. Attacking for game. Yeah. As you can see, a lot of popping off and effects happening in Labyrinth. It's a very fun deck. I'm gonna deny that. Now, you might think that this deck is quite potent. Let me show you a short clip. So yeah, surprisingly, backward removal is one way to defeat Labrynth. But the other way to beat Labrynth is to basically screw over their graveyard interactions. Now, if you want to change this deck, feel free to get rid of Ice Dragon's Prison and replacing it with there's another card that recently got released. That's Archfiend's Ghastly Glitch. If you control a fiend monster, you can destroy one card on the field, and then you can send one fiend monster from your deck to GY. So Foolish Burial and a free pop one. So this is a lot more generic answer than Ice Dragon's Prison. You can also replace Ice Dragon's Prison, one Torrential Tribute with cards like Infinite Impermanence. The only traps that I feel are 100% required is at least 2 Torrential Tribute. You need to run 3 Compulsory Evacuation Device. It is too good of a normal trap card not to run this deck. At least 2 Dogmatika Punishment, and definitely 3 Welcome Labyrinth. The other spots for traps you can change however you want, so you feel free to slap in like a Mirror Force, specifically Storming Mirror Force, the Archfiend's Glitch that I showed you, or Infinite Impermanences. As for monsters, feel free to remove like 1 copy of Stovie Torbie and 1 copy of Chandraglier, replace it with cards like Nibiru, Lord of Heavenly Prisons to protect your back row, or the other card for Labrynth, I believe it's Labrynth Archfiend. Yeah, Labrynth Archfiend is another beat stick, as hey, it's a really powerful monster, and additionally your opponent cannot attack other cards other than Labrynth Archfiend. So it's a pretty good card, but it's not required in this deck. It also has the effect of being able to set a trap card that can only be activated during an attack. So Mirror Forces, and I believe Magic Cylinder. But that is the deck. Like if you like the video, subscribe if you so desire, and have a great rest of your day. See you guys around.